Bruce Banner is immortal. Seriously, the man simply cannot be stopped. Today, we're diving into the legendary 2018 run of the Immortal Hulk. This story picks up right after Bruce returns from the dead, following that infamous moment in Civil War II, where Hawkeye took him out with a gamma arrow. We're about to see just how terrifyingly powerful the Hulk becomes after rising from the grave. All right, without further ado, let's leap in. It all starts at a quiet gas station. Bruce Banner is just trying to mind his own business when a robber named Tommy bursts in. Panic sets in, and in a flash of violence, Tommy shoots the clerk, a young girl who witnessed the crime, and Bruce himself. Terrified by what he's done, Tommy flees into the night. Later, at the crime scene, we meet a detective and a reporter named Jackie McGee. Jackie seems unusually obsessed with anything related to the Hulk, though we don't quite know why yet. Meanwhile, at the morgue, things get creepy. One of the bodies from the robbery starts turning a familiar shade of green. You guessed it, the Hulk is back. Cut to Tommy, the robber. He's handing over the stolen cash to some local thugs to pay off a debt. He's shaken, crying about how he never intended to kill anyone. But as he leaves the house, the ground starts to shake. The gang rushes outside only to find their car smashed to pieces. Something is moving in the shadows. For the first time in their lives, these tough guys are the ones feeling hunted. In a chilling moment, two massive green hands burst through the walls, grabbing one of the thugs. Tommy sprints to his car, fumbling with his keys in a blind panic. Suddenly, the screaming stops. Silence. He turns around and sees nothing. But when he calls out for his friends, a voice answers from the dark. It's the Hulk, and he's whispering the name of the little girl Tommy shot. This isn't the Hulk smash version we're used to. This Hulk is smarter, colder, and far more sinister. He wants to see if Tommy is still brave now that he's facing a monster. Desperate, Tommy fires his pistol, which, let's be honest, is like throwing a pebble at a tank. As the Hulk looms over him with a terrifying toothy grin, Tommy begs for mercy. The Hulk isn't interested in mercy. Hours later, at dawn, Tommy is in the hospital. He's alive, but barely. He's hooked up to machines and will likely never walk again. Jackie McGee and the detective are there, watching him. The detective mentions reports of a green creature resembling the Hulk. Even though the world believes Bruce Banner died at the hands of Hawkeye, the detective is starting to suspect the impossible. Bruce is back. This news lights a fire under Jackie, and she immediately heads off to talk to her editor. As the sun rises, we see Bruce Banner alone in a small, dingy apartment. He's haunted, trapped in his old dilemma, wondering if his other half did something horrific while the world was sleeping. Bruce knows the truth. The Hulk is the only thing keeping him tethered to this world. No matter what happens to his body, the Hulk brings him back. But there's a catch. Bruce isn't always the one in the driver's seat. He's grateful for the quiet moments when he's just Bruce, but he knows it's only a matter of time before the monster takes over. While wandering the streets, Bruce spots a headline by Jackie McGee. Her report on the Hulk's sighting is spreading like wildfire. But right next to it, another story catches his eye. A series of mysterious, if unexplained deaths in the local neighborhood. Now, Bruce might be on the run, but he's still a hero at heart. He starts asking around to see what's really going on. In a local bar, the old-timers tell him a tragic story about a kid named Del Fry, a rising star whose life was cut short by his own father. The twist? His dad was a scientist experimenting with gamma radiation. Now that gets Bruce's attention. Gamma is his specialty after all. Bruce heads to the graveyard and his instincts are spot on. He can literally feel the gamma radiation pulsating from inside Del Fry's grave. Realizing the town is in serious danger, Bruce calls the police to report it. He even reveals his true identity, Bruce Banner, just to make sure they take him seriously. Following the trail of radiation, Bruce climbs a steep cliffside until he discovers a glowing cave. Deep inside, he finds a man radiating a sickly green light. It's Dr. Fry, the scientist who started it all. Desperate to keep his secrets buried, Dr. Fry lunges at Bruce, trying to choke him. But you can't kill Bruce Banner that easily. In an instant, the Hulk emerges and tosses Fry aside like a rag doll. The doctor finally breaks down. He explains that his cure for cancer seemed fine when he tested it on himself, but when he injected his son with the same gamma serum, it killed him instantly. Ever since, Fry's body has been glowing, transforming him into a living hazard. He's been hiding in this cave, killing anyone who stumbled upon his secret. Bruce doesn't just smash him. He gives the doctor a cold, hard lecture on the weight of his mistakes. To ensure Fry can never hurt anyone again, the Hulk buries him alive deep within the cave, pinning him under massive boulders to let him pay for his crimes in total darkness. I have to say, this scene is a wild mix of heroic justice and pure horror. On the other side of town, Jackie McGee is hitting the pavement, interviewing anyone who might have witnessed the Hulk. She doesn't get much at first, but a pattern starts to emerge from the stories she hears. The witnesses describe seeing more than one green creature. But the big one, the Hulk, is the one they remember most. They describe him as rude, abrasive, and terrifying, yet strangely heroic. Back at her hotel, Jackie is starting to feel like she's hit a dead end. That is, until her phone rings. An unknown number. She picks up, and the voice on the other end is someone Marvel fans will definitely recognize. It's Walter Lankowski, better known as Sasquatch from the Alpha Flight team. Walter tells Jackie that he's also on the hunt for the Hulk, or rather, Bruce Banner. It turns out, Bruce and Walter go way back. They were actually college buddies. But here's where things get chilling. As Walter is talking on the phone, we see a reflection in his window. And it's not Walter. It's the massive, towering silhouette of Sasquatch. I don't know about you guys, but seeing a hero like Sasquatch lurking in the shadows like a horror movie monster? Definitely creepy. What does he really want with Bruce? The next day at the airport, we see Jackie on a heated call with her editor. She's fighting tooth and nail to keep the Hulk story on the front page. She's found witnesses, she's found leads, but her boss just isn't buying it. We've all been there when our hard work isn't appreciated, right? Good luck, Jackie. Just then, Walter Lankowski arrives. As they hit the road, Walter opens up about his past with Bruce. Back in college, they were an unlikely pair. Bruce was the brilliant, introverted scientist, while Walter was the star football player on a scholarship. But Walter wasn't just about brawn. He had a deep obsession with science, too. According to Walter, Bruce was a bit cocky back then, always convinced he was the smartest guy in the room. He even snapped at Walter a few times. But Walter never held a grudge. He knew Bruce's family life was, well, let's just say it was complicated. After college, their paths diverged. Walter went pro in football, while Bruce became a gamma scientist. When the news broke that Bruce had transformed into the Hulk and went on a rampage, Walter was stunned. Inspired, and perhaps a bit terrified by what happened to his friend, Walter worked with the Canadian government to replicate the experiment on his own body. That's how he became Sasquatch, a titan created to protect his country from threats just like the Hulk. They arrive in the city only to find the streets littered with smashed cars. It looks like a war zone. They head to a local bar to ask the clerk if she's seen anyone matching Bruce's description. But the search is cut short when a fight breaks out. Walter steps in to play peacemaker, but in the chaos, one of the thugs stabs him right in the back. Jackie rushes Walter to the hospital for emergency surgery. While she's waiting anxiously, a familiar face approaches her. It's Bruce Banner. Bruce looks worried. He tells Jackie that the gamma radiation inside Walter is acting up. It's vibrating on a frequency dangerously similar to his own. He knows something is about to go horribly wrong. Inside the operating room, Bruce's warning comes true in the most terrifying way. The other person inside Walter, the Beast, breaks free. Sasquatch erupts in the middle of the surgery, sending the doctors screaming in terror. Bruce looks at Jackie, his face pale, and delivers the final chilling line. We need to evacuate this hospital, now. To understand what's happening, we need to backtrack a little. Before this chaos, Walter was working with the Alpha Flight space program alongside Captain Marvel and Puck. Carol and Eugene had noticed that Walter was changing, becoming more aggressive, more primal, and losing his humanity. Walter tried to deny it, but deep down, he knew something was wrong. In a chilling moment alone, we see Walter struggling to hold back the Sasquatch, who is screaming to take full control. Back to the present. The hospital is in pure chaos. Bruce is pleading with Jackie to help him evacuate everyone, but she's hesitant. until a bone-chilling growl echoes through the halls. Bruce rushes into the operating room only to find a nightmare. Sasquatch is standing over the bodies of 3 dead doctors. Bruce tries to reach out to his old friend, calling for Walter, but the creature turns around and growls, "Walter isn't here." It doesn't want to talk to Bruce, it wants to fight the Hulk. With one massive blow, Sasquatch slams Bruce into the ground, forcing the monster out. The fight is brutal. Hulk is confused. The Sasquatch he knows would never hurt innocent people. He demands to know who is really pulling the strings. But then Hulk catches a glimpse of his reflection in the window, and he doesn't see a giant orange beast. He sees his own father, Brian Banner, staring back at him. This vision triggers a massive trauma. Hulk loses his focus, and Sasquatch, now speaking with the voice and malice of Bruce's father, starts relentlessly beating him down. Amidst the carnage and the fleeing crowds, Jackie McGee stays behind. She's not running, she's obsessed, and she won't let the Hulk out of her sight. But we all know what makes the Hulk special: anger. Fueled by pure rage and the need to survive his father's ghost, Hulk swings back, turning the hospital into a literal war zone. In the middle of the fight, a security guard makes a fatal mistake. He tries to tase Sasquatch. The beast snaps, slashing the guard instantly. As Sasquatch lunges for Jackie, Hulk strikes from behind, but he doesn't just punch him. He begins to absorb the gamma radiation directly out of Sasquatch's body. The glowing green energy flows into the Hulk until the beast shrinks back into a human, leaving Walter Lankowski unconscious on the floor. Hulk realizes that Jackie's pursuit isn't just a reporter looking for a story, it's personal. He confronts her, demanding to know why she's been hunting him. Jackie finally breaks. She reveals that years ago, the Hulk destroyed her home and her life. She doesn't just want a story, she wants to understand how he lives with being a monster. Hulk doesn't give her an answer, he simply leaves her there in the ruins of the hospital. Later, Walter wakes up, but something is different. He's empty. He can't feel the Sasquatch anymore. Is the hero gone forever? As the sun sets, Hulk catches his reflection in a car window. He doesn't see Bruce Banner. He sees his father, Brian, smiling back at him from the darkness. The nightmare is far from over. All right, everyone, that's the end of the story. What did you think? Did you love it, or do you have another comic book story you want me to cover next? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next leap. Bye.